The car market crash of 2025 from Untamed Motors. Okay, fair warning, I don't know who this source is. It has 2 million views. Let's see. But I'm not verifying this. We're watching this live. This is not necessarily fact. This is
having to get desperate. They're having to get really creative right now to move this inventory. Here I have a huge lineup of F-150s behind me. America's #1 selling pickup truck, but even they can't sell these, right? There's a whole lineup of them. Right now across the US, there are over 25,000 brand new Ram 1500s, Ram 2500s, 3500s sitting collecting dust for over 220 days on lots. Look at their price tags, right? 74,000, 67,000, 104,000 for this one, almost 97,000. Just recently, Nissan corporate announced that they'll be cutting 9,000.
Who the fuck is dropping 100 grand on this truck other than my uncle? That's crazy.
Almost 97,000. Just recently, Nissan corporate announced that they'll be cutting 9,000 jobs worldwide. This last year, they saw a 70% drop in anticipated profits. Moving forward, they plan to cut at least 25% of their production. That's insane. This last quarter, $60 million lost. Insurance premiums have over doubled over the last 2.5 years across the United States. And in many states, we are seeing increases of 50 to 60%.
There's actually an easy fix for that, chat. You just don't get insurance. It's actually the one hack that I want you to know about. Just don't get car insurance. If you ever get in an accident or you crash anybody, just drive away. They can't catch you because you probably did more damage to them than they did to you. And you just fucking, you get out of there. And bada bing, bada boom. That's what my boss does. Yeah, this is not a joke. This is perfect advice. They will never find you.
Year over year. Right now, if you are in the market for a used vehicle, you can expect tremendous.
First time chatter says, wait, I'm sorry. First time chatter says, wear your neighbor's license plate doing it. Bro, I don't know if you're joking. This is your first time here. Is this something you actually do? I don't know, a vibe check yet. Are you fucking yoinking your neighbor's license plate and then fucking driving without insurance so you can speed off after a crash?
Savings. MSRPs, they've risen 42% since 2019. We've talked about that before, and this is a prime example. You get a 4-cylinder underneath the hood, made entirely out of Mexico, they outsource production, and they hike up the price tag 25%. Kind of crazy. What does that mean for your trade-in value? What does that mean for your current vehicle? The values of those are getting decimated. These are already losing 25 to 35% of their value within the first 6 months of ownership. First thing to go generally when it comes to making payments is your auto loan. So because of that, we have seen a 23% increase of repossession rates since last year. Dealerships will continue to line their entire lots with unsold inventory. And each and every month, that dealership, this dealership here, they're paying a flooring.
Bro, this is a great fine intro. Why is it say coming up still?
Costs. They're paying
How
the
is this
flooring
video
cost
structured?
for every single vehicle. National average negative equity right now is $7,200, meaning people owe $7,200 more than what their vehicle is currently worth right now. That is up from $6,600 from just a few months ago. And 1 out of 5 individuals with an auto loan out right now owes $10,000 more than what the vehicle is currently worth. If you really want to prove to your family that you're having an identity crisis, you can pick up this brand new Hummer EV for $111,000. How about that? Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So
that sounds pretty sick, huh? A quick $111,000 Hummer EV, bright orange. That is a financial decision you're not going to regret.
insurance and interest rates are through the roof right now. Repossession rates, they're the highest that they've ever been within the US currently. In addition to that, inventory levels across all vehicle manufacturers, across all dealers.
This guy's based and he's spitting. Everything he's saying here is lined up with what I've, first of all, what I've included in the Slowly All at Once video, but also what you just see. If you read like Ally Financial's fucking quarterly reports, yeah, all this stuff. Repo rates are up, auto defaults are rising. What we talked about with the car loan guy, this shit's real. I mean, I don't know if, I thought a lot of this was with EVs that are sitting on the lot. I didn't know trucks were sitting on the lot, but
dealerships within the US, the highest that they have been in the last 8 years. So we are certainly on the brink of a car market crash of 2025. And in today's video, I'm going to provide you with some current alarming stats, facts, and figures that really paint the picture for you. So stick with me. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand you can't open up YouTube today without seeing a bunch of thumbnails from various YouTubers saying the sky is falling when it comes to the new and used vehicle market. But if you honestly look at the data that backs a lot of this information, the writing really is on the wall. Something has got to give and something has got to give soon, and we're going to talk through it in today's video. Let me start with perhaps the most alarming bit. The current average new vehicle loan monthly payment is over $760 right now within the US. 1 out of 6 people that take out a loan right now is taking a loan out for a monthly payment over $1,000. And the interest rates that you get on a new vehicle loan or a used vehicle loan are still equally awful as what they were a year ago today. Today's average, 7.2% on the...
Please do not spend $1,000 a month leasing a car. He does look like Aiden's dad in a bit. Don't put a rent payment on your fucking car. Just get a cheaper car, bro.
A new vehicle purchase. On a used vehicle purchase, 11.4% is the national average. Pretty crazy, huh? What was once a very popular vehicle that would fly off the shelf as soon as it hit a dealership lot is now sitting collecting dust. In many parts of the country, these brand new Toyota Tundras are sitting on dealership lots for over 200.
I hear you loud and clear. Don't spend $1,000, spend $1,500 to get a really nice car. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying don't spend $1,000. Everyone's doing it. Look broke. Go big. $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. Put a little effort in so everyone knows that you have a cooler car. Just graduated, you should be leasing a fucking Maserati.
Days, up to 250 days on many occasions. That is insane. These used to fly off within just a few weeks, if that.
Okay, am I fucking crazy? I know that some people get a nice car and they go into debt for it and they borrow more than they afford because they want to flex. I get that. I understand it. I get it. For some people, a car is a really big part of their identity and you go a lot. But is it just me, or is that so much less? People don't look at that as much. Especially, I'm talking about for younger people. Let's say you're 30 or younger. Are people really making, or even looking at people's cars? I feel like what I'm saying is I think it fell off as a flex. I think it's like a bad status symbol. It's like not as effective as it used to be. Maybe for boomers, like maybe if you're fucking 45, having the sick new truck is like the shit. But I just feel like a car is a bad status symbol outside of car people. I think broader society is becoming less of car, like they just point A, point B. Small towns, I guess, different. You're right. You're right. Every status symbol is bad. I'm not talking about morally, bro. I'm talking about effectiveness. I'm saying there's a good chance you spend $100,000 on your fucking truck and nobody cares. I'm talking about the fact that like no one even notices. I'm saying it's ineffective. What's ineffective when they all kind of fell off? I'm sorry. I roll into the club decked out head to toe in Gucci. You're not yelling sheesh. He got that shit on. I got a bucket hat. I got the slides. I got the fucking jacket. Dude, the new flex is Valorant skins. The fucking Faker Ari skin, yeah. That's the flex, dude. That's what you need to be going into debt for. You want to impress your fucking coworkers, your friends. Yeah, I do wonder what the real flexes are now. I feel like the real flex is having a paid-off beater car, stability, and not a ton of debt. I mean, the real flex is a house. Oh, you know what else is the thing I heard? This is I heard that, you know, with the way society is going, that, and this is probably a 30s person problem. So if you're not old, it's not going to make sense yet. But like having kids is becoming a status symbol. The ability to have a kid, because it's so fucking expensive, is becoming like a status symbol. It's becoming like which is so fucking, it's so bad for society. I heard that and it was like, damn, that's kind of true, which is fucking crazy. Broke people have kids too? Yeah, they should. That's the whole point. Everyone should have kids, regardless of whether you have the financial resources. But I would say less recently, right? That's the idea. It's like, it's becoming more difficult. Anyway, I didn't want kids before, but now that I can flex with it, I'm going to have like 3 or 4 kids. I'm not going to pay attention to them or like raise them at all, but it'll be fucking sheesh. Elon family. Elon moment. Yeah, exactly. I'll have 14 kids, not know their names, bro. I'm not even going to fucking see them.
especially during a pandemic, you couldn't even get one. But now people have realized that they're really not all what they're chalked up to be, and they're wildly overpriced. And just for context, as I walk down this lineup of Tundras, so many of them are right up around $60,000, with a few of them being over 70 grand, right? So 62,000, 65,000. This one here, I haven't looked at it. It has an iForce Max badge on it, so it's going to be the hybridized version. Let's see how much they want for this. $75,000 for this Tundra Platinum Crew Max. What the heck? I said it once before and I'll say it again. People who buy the Toyota Tundra and people who buy the Toyota Tacoma down there, they're the blue collar working class. They're not trying to come out here and spend $75,000, 100 grand after the full loan term goes through. They're not trying to spend that kind of money on a truck. They want to use the truck for what it's intended for, work, right? But here we have these astronomical price tags that have priced out the target demographic, which is really insane. The Tacoma down here, I'll show you a couple examples, but many of them are over $55,000 for a TRD off-road or a TRD Sport. Not even the top-of-the-line TRD Pro or Trail Hunter. Those $68,000, $70,000. No thanks. So much of this lineup here are in the $50,000 price range. And then right here, I like to show this because this exact trim, an S.
I'm not going to watch this whole video. It's a little long and I get the idea, but this is a very cool video. Thanks for linking me this. I'm going to watch the most replayed part here, but this is Untamed Motors. I'm interested. I'm going to watch more of his stuff. But let me just watch this most replayed part.
Here, they're paying a flooring cost. They're paying a flooring cost for every single vehicle, which is, think about it as a credit card with a compounding interest rate every single month. Every single month, they're paying an interest rate per vehicle on this lot. That's hard to keep up with over time. So $6,000 off of a $93,000 price tag really isn't too competitive. I would wager they need to be 10 to 15% off of that. And this right here is proof of dealerships being able to get creative to move inventory. This is a GMC Terrain. They're offering $4,500 off or a 0.9% interest rate, meaning they have the ability, they have the power to drop those interest rates and really incentivize the deal. But I would wager they need to do it before they get really desperate. And right now, things are not looking good for the coming few months. And one thing we don't talk about much is insurance premiums. Insurance premiums have over doubled over the last 2.5 years across the United States. And in many states, we are seeing increases of 50 to 60% year over year. That's insane and impossible to keep up with. Do you remember the days where you used to go to a dealership and get tremendous savings on a used vehicle purchase compared to new? Well, the pandemic kind of set sail to that idea, right? Oftentimes we would see lightly used vehicles going for the same amount as a new vehicle just due to supply constraints, right?
Yeah.
But right now, if you are in the market for a used vehicle, you can expect tremendous savings. You know, this right here is kind of a prime example to some degree. It's still wildly overpriced, but way better than what we used to be just a few months
Bro, I'm not paying 83 grand for a used fucking
ago, really. This is a
what is this? GMC Denali? What is this one? Denali. Yukon Denali. No, I'm not fucking. No, I'm not getting a fucking Denali for 84 grand used. That's crazy. Your loss as you peel out in your fucking Yukon. No, that's fucking crazy. It's the top model. No, I don't think so.